Radio Disney, Ernie D. Welcome my boy Sterling Knight to the studio. Woo! Yeah, we had to console each other a little earlier.
We did.
But it's okay.
Next year.
I'm not really over it.
I'm not, dude, are you kidding me? A regular season loss, and I'm upset for a week. This is
I know.
The end of the season ended on a loss. Ugh, I can't
so, for everybody that doesn't know, Sterling and I, we're from Texas. Big University of Texas
Huge.
Longhorns, Orange Bloods, they call us. And so what were you thinking the whole time that game was going down?
Unfortunately, I was working while the game was going on, and I was that guy, that really annoying dude that acts like a child, and someone starts talking about him, like, la, 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 la. So that was me all night, and then I went home after the game was over and watched the recorded
version.
Travesty.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
It was bad, dude.
Did you call, like, family?
No, I literally turned my phone off, and
really?
I didn't want to talk to anybody.
You went to sleep. You were depressed for the next, well, still, probably.
You know what? I was going to keep this a secret, but I'll go ahead and let it out there.
Okay.
I spent the entire night crying into my jersey. I'm not kidding. Like,
and you know what's even worse, though, is that I got all this garb for Christmas, too.
Oh.
I got, like, a nice hat, that Mac Brown Nike hat,
Oh.
the pullover with the zip-up that the coach wears.
I got a UT little Snuggie.
Oh, you
which,
did?
by the way, the most comfortable thing in the world. If you don't own a Snuggie, you should.
Then I will go out and buy a UT one.
But the UT Snuggie is amazing, and I was wearing it, and I...
All right. Well, let's talk about happier things.
Good times.
Good times,
Yes.
because you're in a brand new movie, Starstruck.
Yeah.
Do a little singing
I
in
do.
the movie?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit? All right, well, we'll talk about all that with Sterling Knight. And plus, of course, take phone calls from the fans, dude. We got to do that.
Well, always. That's the main reason I come in.
I know. 1-877-870-5678. You can talk to Sterling Knight. He's taking over Radio Disney now. Sterling Knight's taking over Radio Disney now. So, dude, tell me about the movie Starstruck. What's it about?
It's actually a rather complicated explanation. I'll try and keep it simple and concise, which has never been my strong suit. Clearly, seeing as right now I'm currently rambling.
You're right.
Through my digression. It's about family and friends and following your dreams as kind of like a general thing. But my character, Christopher Wilde, is this obscenely successful pop star. He runs into this girl, Jessica Olsen, by chance after a performance, and running into her kind of sends us on this whirlwind adventure through Los Angeles, running away from the paparazzi and really starting to get to know each other and, you know, realizing what the other side of life is like, really.
What is the other side of life like?
Well, for me, it's I've been a successful singer my entire life, so I don't understand.
As Christopher Wilde.
As Christopher Wilde, yes.
Not you, Sterling Knight.
No, obviously, Sterling is not at all a successful singer. So
Yet.
Ooh. Question mark. So he has all these people that he works for, and his parents are his managers, and his best friend, works for him and keeps track of everybody because he's busy doing his thing. So he misses out on some of the personal communication and kind of being more in charge of his own life and his own decisions.
Right.
And Jessica really can't relate to what a pop star's life is like, and she realizes that there's actually a lot more to it, and it's a more difficult lifestyle than it would appear.
All right, Sterling Knight taking over Radio Disney, and more phone calls. We got those coming. Radio Disney, Ernie D kicking it with my man Sterling Knight. He's just sitting here chilling. We're talking about his new movie Starstruck and the guy that he plays in the movie, Christopher Wilde. Is it hard for you to go from playing Chad Dillon Cooper to playing a guy like Chris?
No. Well, I mean, Chad is such a jerk. Like, he's so mean. Which is really fun to play, but at the same time, it gets it's kind of tiresome making people feel bad all the time.
Right.
So, they have some similarities. Chad grew up in acting and Christopher grew up in singing. So they both are very well versed in success and work and whatnot. But Christopher really deep down is a very good, genuine person and means well. And sometimes, his actions and the things he says are a little misconstrued. And, you can thank the media for that.
So now we were talking to the girls in the movie, Maggie and Danielle.
Yeah.
And they told us about the early mornings that you would have.
Ooh. We had some early mornings. Were they talking about me specifically?
Well, you and Brandon,
okay.
mainly.
Well, the thing is I am not a morning person in the slightest bit. Like, I come into work looking like death warmed up. Pretty much.
This is what they said. They said that Sterling looked like he got up, got in the car, fell back to sleep in the car, and walked in, to your dressing room, hair, makeup, all that stuff, and then you'd come out and you'd be great.
Yeah, that's about right. That's kind of what I would do. That was basically my morning ritual. I mean, we were in some great locations that were slightly far away from where I live, and when you have to be at work at 5:30 or 6, that means you have to be up at 4:30,
right?
Sometimes earlier. So, not being a morning person, that's almost nighttime hours as far as I'm concerned. Like,
right, that's like getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah, like waking up at 3:30. Like, I'm pretty sure I could call a few people and they'd still be awake.
Right.
I don't hang out with those people often, but I know that they exist. Yeah, no, I'm not a morning person. I'm the night shoot guy. When 3 o'clock rolls around and everyone else is like, oh man, I just want to go to bed. I'm like,
let's
we're working.
Go,
like, sun's not even up yet.
Yeah.
Come on, we're rolling. Yeah, no, I'm not a morning person. It was a struggle.
Radio Disney, what up? Ernie D kicking it with my man Sterling Knight. He's sitting here taking over phone calls from the fan, Sterling. Let's get him going. Natalie's calling right now.
Hi.
Hey, Natalie, what's up?
Where do you like to travel?
Where do I like to travel? I really like, I like places where I can go do really extreme adrenaline junkie kind of stuff. I've been on a trip to Alaska, which was really, really fun. It's beautiful up there. I did a vacation to Belize, and it's gorgeous. It's just a rainforest, and there's all sorts of snorkeling and scuba diving and diving with sharks and whatnot. So anywhere I can go where there's some extreme stuff for me to do, that's where I want to be.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you and Brandon,
yeah,
the two guys in the movie, how does that work? Because you guys hang around a lot on the set of Sunny, right? Did you sort of take that to Starstruck?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is on Sunny, Brandon and I, as Chad and Nico, we can't stand each other.
Right.
And we actually are very, very good friends. He comes over to watch football games, and we hang out on a really regular basis outside of work. So me and Brandon have a really good friendship. It's kind of weird for us to go on to Sunny and pretend like we can't stand each other. So it was really nice to, as Christopher and Stubby, to be best friends. Because we really are very good friends. So that was very easy. Brandon and I got to show up on set and just do me and Brandon, basically. We just started clicking. It was great.
So tell me about Stubby. What's Stubby's character like?
Stubby has been Christopher's best friend since 4th grade, and he's basically he's the guy that's got my back. He's looking out for me. He, on the business side of it, kind of keeps track of everybody's names and what's going on and whatnot. And he's also my chauffeur, which is fun. So Brandon got to drive around in a gorgeous Ferrari.
Stop it right there. Sterling Knight's taking over, and I want to talk about this Ferrari.